Everyone, and welcome to the Political Job Interview, where I interview candidates running for election. I'm Vincenzo Calla, the host, and today I take on the role as the boss, giving a job interview to today's candidate, Brandon Russell. Brandon is running for Ottawa City Council as a candidate for Ward 14, Somerset. Thank you, Brandon, for your time, and thank you for joining me today.
Well, thank you, Vincenzo. Excited to be here.
It's great to have you here, and without further ado, let's get this job interview started. So as with any good job interview, I'm starting off with an opportunity to learn more about Brandon. So the first question, Brandon, is can you tell me a little bit about yourself and your story?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Brandon Russell. I'm 20 years old, about to be 21 during the middle of this campaign here. Unfortunately, not 22 yet, but my favorite artist is Taylor Swift, as many of you would know that are watching this. Um, but I got involved in political campaigns and politics when I was 13. Started running campaigns and working in politics. So I've spent the better part of the last 8 years being really involved in running campaigns, creating policy, working with different political parties and different candidates in general. So I saw an opportunity in this seat here in Ward 14 to go in front of the camera this time and make an effective difference and make some change. So I'm really excited to be doing that. And I've spoken to so many incredible people from across our ward that are excited for change and that want change. And our campaign has been providing that opportunity to them.
Well, you're a young candidate running for election, and you've been involved since you were in a young age. I've always been sort of interested in politics, but I first get sort of started to make my voice heard when I was 15. So it's been quite the journey, and getting involved young and running young, whether you win or lose, is important to bring different ideas forward to the forefront of an election campaign.
Totally, absolutely. I will say we're in this to win this, and things are looking good. But your point is so valid for so many young candidates out there that want to get involved and that want to get into politics.
Definitely. And we're going to go on to the next question, which is why have you decided to run for this position?
You know, I moved to Ottawa about a year ago, and when I got here, I truly found my home in my community. Um, and and I think that now that our incumbent isn't seeking re-election, it's an opportunity to make my voice heard at a different level and to, engage and encourage our community to elect something new and elect a young person that can really make a difference in our community. What I find really interesting is while I may be the youngest candidate, I'm also the only candidate with political experience. So our campaign is putting forward not just something that's a fresh new voice, but also an experienced one that's able to make real and effective change come October.
Well, definitely a lot of points there. And we're going to continue on to the next segment now. So the next segment is called About the Job, and we're going to take a bit of time to talk about the job and what you, Brandon, bring to it. So the first
Definitely.
question, Brandon, is why do you think you are the best candidate for this job?
Absolutely 100% my experience and my youth. I'm the only, like I was saying earlier, I'm the only candidate with any sort of political experience in this race. So I know how to create effective legislation on day one at City Hall. I also bring a young voice. The youngest person elected in this province, at least at a significant level, is 23 years old. Doesn't represent a lot of young people in across our beautiful province and across our country for that matter. When we add young voices to the conversation, but we also have experienced voices at the conversation, we can accomplish incredible things. So I think that's what I can bring to the table that none of my opponents can say, and that why I am both unique but also the best choice for our community. Here in Ward 14, we have so many incredible things. We have Parliament Hill in this ward. We have City Hall. We have Queer Village on Bank Street. And as a young, queer candidate, it's something I didn't see growing up. So I'm hoping to provide that visibility for so many people out there.
Well, lots of important things there as well. And you have been talking a lot about experience and the experience you're saying you have in politics. And I wanted to continue on that and by asking you, what experience do you bring to this job?
Yeah, so as I've been saying throughout this interview, I've worked in politics since I was 13 years old. But uniquely, I run a company that has worked on political campaigns. So I've worked for Liberals, I've worked for Greens, I've worked for NDP, I've worked for the Conservatives, I've worked for everyone across our political spectrum in 5 countries. So when it comes to creating effective, challenging legislation, I know how to do it. Because I've seen it done. I've worked within it. I've helped create it. And there's something about that passion and that fire that really excites me. Throughout the few months of this campaign, I think that I've had so many incredible conversations and I met so many amazing people. I was just saying yesterday that August has slipped away into a moment of time for this campaign. We're so close to the end, yet we still have so much more work to go. So, one thing that I do want to throw out there is to all young people in politics, put your name forward, talk to as many people as possible. Let your experience be known because everyone has experience in some way, shape, or form, whether it's political or not. And yeah, that's that.
Well, there's so many great things that young people do and young people can do, and letting our voices be heard is just so important. And like you said,
Totally.
whether it's in politics or whether it's
Whether you're in
outside of
IT or
politics,
tech or
yeah,
wherever, or public service. So many young people are doing incredible things in public service.
definitely. So part of serving as an elected official is serving the people who elect you. So here are a few questions about how Brandon wants to serve the people. So the first question, Brandon,
Totally.
is what is something that the people you would like to serve need that you would like to get done if elected?
So when I get elected, one of the very first things that I've committed to doing is getting queer kids off of our streets. We have an increased number of homeless youth, specifically who are LGBTQ in our community. And I want to do that within 100 days. It's an ambitious goal, but it's a goal that can be accomplished when we work together, when we put forth legislation that works and that's effective. I've also committed to ending homelessness for youth in general within 1 year of taking office, which is an ambitious goal, but is something that is so vitally important to our community and to getting done out there. I want to make developers pay for what they're doing to our communities and improve affordable housing. My platform creates an effective strategy to improve affordable housing in our community. 30% of all new multi-unit development buildings and hot zones in our community have to be deemed affordable under my plan. And it's something that we've seen effective across this country, across the world, and it works. And we need to get on it today.
Well, you and I know all too well that there is a housing shortage in Ottawa, in
Totally.
Ontario, in Canada, and a shortage of affordable units as well for people who can't afford it. And we're in a cost of living crisis right now, and a crisis where people need homes and need affordable homes. So it's important that politicians on all levels of government, working federal, provincial, municipal government, work together to do that.
Absolutely. And I've had so many great conversations with Yasser Nafqui, the MP for our community, with Joel Harden, provincially and across the city as well, because we can work together, you know, for the needs of Ottawa across Ottawa. It doesn't just have to be ward by ward. I've had great chats with Mona Fortier from Ottawa Vanier, even different city council candidates from across the city that all want to come together to create something bigger than themselves, which is a huge part of what we're doing. And when I was writing my platform, I went into this mindset. I took like 3 or 4 days and I went into this mindset and this virtual folklorian forest, I like to call it, where I was able to to think of what our community needs and to talk to so many amazing people about it. And that's what I think is so great about our campaign and our movement that we've created.
Definitely. And going on to the final question, I wanted to ask, what is one accomplishment that you have achieved that demonstrates why you would be a good elected official if the people choose you?
I think it's a combination of my experience and my passion for this community. As I keep saying, is um, I've ran so many campaigns. Candidates have put their trust in me. Elected officials have put their trust in me. I'm a crisis manager by trade within politics, and I know when our city is in a crisis and how to effectively deal with that. And pretty clearly, we are in a crisis right now. So I I think that my biggest accomplishments are going to prepare me for the hurdles of being a city councilor and how to effectively deal with them and create positive change.
Oh, definitely. And I'm thinking, are there any like specific accomplishments you can like point to one so that the viewers can sort of see like the sort of like I know in the community people are wanting to see what their councilor candidates are doing and sort of something that sets you out from all the rest of the candidates.
Definitely. So one thing that sets me apart specifically is there's a semi-autonomous region in France by the name of Royan, and it's still a monarchy in France. And the Duke of Royan just recently, who's also another young person in politics of its own right, has appointed me to be the Royan representative in Canada. So I'm officially the ambassador to Royan for Canada. So I'm excited to embark on that and do it, in parallel with the campaign. And I think that just showcases that other governments and other countries have entrusted me to do so, and I hope the people of Somerset Ward will do the same.
Definitely some interesting stuff there.
Yes.
So thank you, Brandon, so much for joining me today. It was great having you, and I'm sure the viewers have enjoyed hearing what you have to offer to them.
Thank you.
Election
It's so enchanting to be here, and I look forward to seeing what you do in your future as well as another young person in politics.
and election day is on October 24th, 2022. And if you liked hearing what Brandon had to say and you live in Ottawa, Ward 14, Somerset, you have the opportunity to vote for him on election day. Check with your local election officials for more details. To stay updated, make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, BC Productions 25. Check out my website, vincenzocalla.com, and make sure to like, subscribe, and choose to get notifications here on YouTube. The political job interview is the VCalla production. So until the next video, I'm Vincenzo Calla, signing out.